Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Quantrell, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
We can't fall in love if you do drugs. I like sober women, riding with a 40 in the whip. I like older women. I ain't out here saving no more.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. We got Quantrell jumping off the porch with us today. What's good, bro?
What's up, bro?
Man, I'm coolin', bro. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm in a pretty good mood, for real.
Word, that's what's up, man. Bring that good energy to the porch, bro. Yeah, man. Mi casa is su casa, bro. You know what I'm saying? So make yourself at home, kick off your shoes, you know what I mean? Like, shit, man. This granny porch, man. Make yourself at home.
Yeah.
So you coming to us from Columbus, South Carolina, right?
Columbia? Yeah.
Okay, my fault. Columbia, South Carolina.
I'm originally from Spartanburg. I moved to Columbia a couple years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Just South Carolina as a whole, to be honest.
Word, and it's a lot of dope energy just coming through South Carolina. I mean, the Carolinas as a whole, but South Carolina, you know, y'all been having like some dope producers, a bunch of dope artists, you know, coming out of the city, man.
Yeah.
Tell me what was it like for you coming up in South Carolina?
The funny part is, it's like, a part of me feels like I didn't come up in South Carolina. I feel like I just came up on the internet. But the biggest thing with me, I was always so like secluded and then kind of in my own bubble, where I'm kind of just now catching up with like everybody else. So like the Miss Trims, the Trap Dickies, the like all the other artists, like I think Osama Son, Prada Bag Shawty, like I'm kind of just now seeing it just like everybody else, because I was so worried about just my own like circumference, my own bubble. So yeah, like I said, I'm catching on to it just like everybody else is. But it was cool. It was cool coming up. Like
word. And what what was you into as you was growing up? Like what was influencing a young Quantrell?
I was a football player. So
okay.
I played all throughout since I was 5 years old. I was on the football field. So I was really always an athlete first, and then I just started getting into music once I realized I wasn't going to the league.
Word.
So around like 14, 15. I played football. I was an athlete kid. I was always outside in the summer doing workouts, training, spring practice, all that stuff.
Yeah. What position did you play in football?
I played, as a youngin', I started out at wide receiver, but back then you was just blocking. Yeah. So you might catch a pass maybe every once in a while, but the quarterback couldn't throw at like 6, 7 years old. Then I started playing corner. Corner is what I really like, or just DB in general. And running back, and then what I ended with was safety. I was a strong safety, and I was a roll down linebacker. That was what I mainly did. But yeah, I say like my prime was a cornerback. I was a really good cornerback.
Okay, yeah. Word. No, I can dig that. It's ill how now with the NIL, you know, college players are making moves like as if, you know, they pro players and getting all these sponsorships and, you know, all of that. Like, what's your thoughts on, like, do you think that the NFL has helped college football or has kind of hurt it?
With NILs, I feel like the only thing I feel like it hurts is like the transferring and just not being loyal to one school. Yeah. Because I've seen a lot of people, like he got offered this much to, it's like, that's like a artist, or not an artist, football player, Lenore Sellers. He was like offered something to transfer, like millions of dollars to transfer to another school, but he stuck with South Carolina. Something like his dad told him like, "You're not ready for that," or which is true. Like, and honestly, like, I rock with it in the sense of like players getting paid, like the NCAA game coming back, because I grew up on that too. Like I grew up playing NCAA, so like all that's cool. But I just feel like the culture of like, let's not make it like, oh, like we're gonna give you millions of dollars to come play for the school to potentially win us a championship. It's like, that's kind of like, that kind of is just too much to put on a 18, 19-year-old kid, like, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. It's because it's like when they opened that the transfer portal and started allowing people to just transfer, you don't need to sit down or lose any years of eligibility or anything like how they used to do. It's like players are just jumping around and, you know, at one point it was like, all right, school had these boosters and people that would, pay the students and that would be shunned upon. But now it's like all the alumni and these boosters can just put up so much money. So it's all about like which school has the access to the most money and can get the best player. So I feel like at a certain point, it's going to get lopsided. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's good as long as, like, with NILs, I feel like it's great that players are getting paid. I think it's good as long as they don't lose the love and the passion that they're supposed to have for the game. As long as they don't lose that, I mean, I think it's amazing. Like, who wouldn't want to get paid millions of dollars to, because, like, I mean, you throw $1 million at me to play a game I've been playing my whole life, like, but I think just don't put it to a point where, like, players is losing the love for the game and losing. Because, you got to think, like, these players is also, like, when they commit to these schools and decide, like, oh, I'm going to go here, it's like, and now I'm just, like, there's a potential chance that you're just going to up and leave because this program got some more money.
Right.
Not because you're trying to be in a better position or, like, a better chance to get to the league. Like, back then, that was what transfers for. Now it's like, okay, who going to throw the most money at me? Like, I feel like that's, but I mean, I'm never against nobody getting their bread.
No,
so.
for sure. Because you would hear so many stories of cats like being the star player of a team, damn near winning the Heisman, but they eat noodles because, they broke, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And come from, humble circumstances. So, definitely for all four players getting their money, but just not for like the monopoly that's, happening within, the college football and all that. It's like taking away from the love of the game to a certain degree.
For sure.
So at what point did you say, okay, I'm about to really tap into the music and take this serious?
Honestly, I feel like the moment I started, I knew I wanted to do it, and like, the thing about it is that it's hard to get that passion up front for most people, and to say like, oh, this is what I'm gonna do and I'm gonna stick with it. Like, I was 14 years old knowing what I wanted to do in my life. Most people at 14 years old is riding bikes, or I don't know what people doing at 14 now, but like at that time I'm like, you know what, this is what I want to do in my life. I'm gonna be fully committed to it. When I really started being in a position to really like make something happen is when I graduated high school. And I was actually able to, I was getting a job, I was investing that money I was making from the job back into like my passion. And it's just, I was literally talking to my manager about this, how like some people got to be willing to have nothing, you know what I mean, have nothing and still be working towards something, or to like, I posted something on my story the other day too. I was saying like, you got to be willing to put in time, effort, money, blood, sweat, tears, and see no results, and then but still continue to keep going. Like, and that was me. Like from age 14 till now. Like I didn't care if I didn't see 1 million streams on a or 1 million views on a post, or I was gonna keep doing it, and nobody clowning me or was gonna deter me from it, because that's I decided what I wanted to do. Like, so.
Yeah, I think the first part of it is that you have to find something that you have passion for and go 110% towards it. Then I think the second part of it is what you just said. It's being willing to make the sacrifice and work hard and understand that you may not see money from it or a financial gain from it, and not knowing when that might come. A lot of business owners, even outside of music or anything creative, most business owners run their business for a few years, and even if they're making money, that money's going right back into investing in the business. So you might not see positive bank statements until a few years down the line. So it's all about that sacrifice, man. And if you're doing something that you're passionate about, then and you're not just doing it for a financial gain, then you will do it until it does get you that financial gain, and you do it even if you weren't getting paid. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So. And that's the thing about with me and music is like, I would do it regardless. Like if I never cause like if I was making $0 from it right now, I'd still be doing it. If I was in 20 years from now, I might even songs, there's songs that I know are never gonna come out that won't make me no money that I'll go bump in the car right now. Simply because I love doing it. I love hearing my vocals on the track. I love coming up with creative ways to make a song sound good. I feel like what I always, even my friends, I tell people all the time, whatever it is that you want to do, like figure out whatever it is that you love doing and figure out a way to market it and get paid from it.
Yeah.
Because like you won't be satisfied working a job that you hate. You know, with your life, like you work a job that you hate forever, but at least, you know, be working towards like, damn, what do I really love doing? What do I find passion in? Like, what do I enjoy? And figure out, make some type of content, do something but like that's at least the people surround me. I'm telling them like, yo, like if you like clothes, if you like art, if you like music, if you like whatever it is you like doing, figure out how to make money from it, even if it takes 25 years. You know, acting like actors, fucking, I can cuss on it, right?
Yeah, sure.
But actors,
fucking right.
They do, they could act for years and never get their big break until they 60 years old or something.
Yep.
Now they famous.
Yep.
It's like you just gotta, but like they had to love it for 25 years to, you know, get to that point.
Yep.
So now, you know, that's what I say. Like
Absolutely.
I'll never fall out of love with music. Like music is like my whole life down there. So.
Now you said that you knew that you wanted to pursue music at an early age. Did you come from a family, you know, that was into music or that pursued music, or how did you discover that love?
So it's so funny because the Michael Jackson movie just came out. When I was about 5, I found out that he passed away. I didn't even find out that he passed away at 5. I thought his like greatest hits was one album, and I was bumping it. We was listening to it every day, me and my dad. And my dad was also like, my dad had lots of CDs. Like he had Tupac, Michael Jackson, what's another one? Eminem. And then he had a lot of gospel CDs.
Okay.
So my dad used to sing a lot of gospel, and he even now like he's still very into gospel music. But I would say around me it wasn't really. Well, my dad is like I was with my dad. Like my dad's like my best friend. Right. Me and him was like this growing up. So he raised me and everything. So seeing how much he loved music and like how we used to sing in the car together, and just all that stuff, I think that's what kind of led me to it. But like, when it came to like rap music, I think it's like I spent a lot of time by myself, AirPods, or at the time headphones just in my ear, and I think that's what really motivated me. Like, damn, like I want to make something that relates to me specifically. I want to talk about how I feel. You know, I want to talk about what I'm going through, how my day went, and but yeah, like my dad, you know, always having music going in the car, singing his heart out to every song. That really, I would say that really put like the battery in my back to make me, you know, like to influence me to get into it. So yeah.
And who are some of the artists that you were listening to yourself that was giving you an influence early on?
When I first got started, so I would say it's funny because like, okay, so, and this might sound crazy to you because you a Wayne fan, right, Lil Wayne?
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, of course you are. So, the Carter, right, the whole Carter series, yeah. I didn't really know backgrounds of songs. Like even now, so much stuff I'm still learning. Mm-hmm. Like where I really got into music was around when the Carter 5 dropped. Okay. The Carter 5, Scorpion by Drake. Yeah. My Moment by T Grizzly, and Jordan Lucas had this album. It was like 508, 507, 2209. Mm-hmm. So when I really look at like, did I say 5 albums? So I said the Carter 5, Scorpion by Drake, My Moment, T Grizzly, and Jordan Lucas. So yeah, those 4, that's like my personal Mount Rushmore. Not like a Mount Rushmore for everybody to go off of, but like for me, like Jordan Lucas was big on storytelling and visuals. T Grizzly had like that hard hitting, you know, bar you up type of flow, make, you know, stank face bars. And then Drake had like, he was making hits. He was like he just had the star power. And then I would say Lil Wayne just, at the time for the Carter 5, I don't know how many people really in tune with it, but the Carter 5 had they had emotional songs, especially closer to that end. It had songs that made you like really feel something, at least me at the time. Like songs like Mess, Perfect Stranger, songs people would probably never think to go to. It's songs that for me, Lil Wayne really like that did it for me. But those 4, those like the pillars of like what really I feel like from then when I started till now is what it's almost like I can kind of go back to it for like what really got me going and got me like inspired. Like that's when I really started getting into music, is around that time.
Word.
That's like 2017, 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when did you start actually recording?
So I, like I said, my dad, who's really into music, he found out that I told him I came to him, I said, yo, Dad, like, I really want to get into music. And my dad was the type of dad to where he calls me spoiled all the time, but I just think he tried to be the best that he could, right? Mm-hmm. And he basically got me, if I really wanted something, I didn't want like little shit, and that was my problem. I didn't want like a toy or like, I wanted something like, but my dad was gonna work to get it. So I asked him one day, I came to him, I said, Dad, I wanna get this studio, I wanna start recording music, because I had been writing songs and doing poetry, and I was like, I was always in the house by myself, I ain't had nothing to do, because being outside started being a thing of the past. Now everybody was inside on the game, and I'm like, man, like I'm bored, like, and I was, on my dad's side, I was the only child. So he'd be at work, and like I said, I'm just at the house doing nothing. I'm like, man, like, Dad, I wanna get a studio, right? You look on Amazon, you find the stuff, some of the stuff I still use to this day, like the microphone he got me, still use to this day. Right. And he got the stuff for me. It was all pretty budget friendly stuff. And and then that was around 14. Cause what happened, like I said, I grew up playing football. I don't know if that was 7th grade or 8th grade year, but I wasn't getting as much playing time as I felt like I should have been getting. And I started thinking, I'm like, oh, like, I'm in middle school and I can't get on the field. I'm like, man, this might not be. And I always wanted to go to the NFL. Yeah. But I was small, I was a little chubby at the time. I'm like, man, like, I gotta find something, because it killed me that I wasn't the best. I'd always been the best. Like, my grades was always good. I was the best player on the field, like all through like, I guess they call it Pop Warner here in Atlanta, like just Pee Wee football. I was always the man, and I'm like, damn, like now I'm not the man no more, because once you get to middle school, you got all the elementary schools or all the kids that was playing Pee Wee with you. Now y'all all together. Word, yeah. And I wasn't the best no more, and I'm like, damn, like I gotta find something that I can be better than everybody else at, and that ended up being music, like. And I think it's showing off today is that, like, and I just never stopped, right? But a lot of people was getting into music at that time, but I'm like, this is gonna be my thing, right? And like I say, to this day, I'm still going there, and I still feel like it's my thing, like, because a lot of niggas, all them people that was starting over me in middle school football, it's not like they went to the NFL or nothing, like they had to, because somebody ended up being better than them, and no shaded, but like, so. I don't even remember the question, to be honest.
No, you good. No, you answered that. I was just asking you like how you actually got into recording and all of that. Yeah. Now, having your pops, being so supportive of, what you wanted to do, do you, like, how do you, like, we hear so many stories about people who didn't grow up with their pops and don't have, those types of sentiments to share. How do you feel that having your pops there for you has helped to even shape you and your decision making and just how you move?
I think, truthfully, and I hope he sees this, it's the biggest blessing I feel like I've ever had is having my dad in my life, because like I said, like you say, a lot of people grow up without him. A lot of people's dads just aren't present and just aren't there. And like, I think where I benefited was that I was my dad's only child. He could focus all his attention on what I was doing. Like my dad, even with football, he coached me. He was my coach. At one point, I was his quarterback. So like, I'm the quarterback of the team. I didn't even mention that, but yeah, I played quarterback too. But so I think just having him made everything, and having his support, at least from the very early stage, really molded me to be who I am. Like, I genuinely believe I can do anything. Like, not because he sat there and told me you can do anything, but because if I said this is what I want to do, he believed in it, right? And I think at least when I got older, we started to butt heads and stuff, but like I always appreciate like having my dad around. Like even now, like sometimes he texts me, I'll be like, man, like I don't want but I don't want to be bothered with you right now, but like you my pops. Like it's like at least you here, you know what I mean? At least I know you there. At least I could call on you, and a lot of people don't have that type of blessing. Yeah. So like, Yeah, for it's literally the biggest blessing I could have.
It's like Pops empowered. It sounds like Pops empowered you whenever you had an idea or whenever you sought out to do something.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, Pops gonna be critical, on you and make you think about some of the decisions you making. And a lot of times, man, the people that are the best for us, we don't even want to tell them certain things because we know that they're gonna tell us something that might be right, but we might not want to hear it, at that time. So I can understand when you saying that, like, oh man, like he's about to, he about to tell me something that I don't want to hear, but I know it's real, and I need to, you know what I mean?
And I was the type of kid, like, I always wanted to do stuff my way. Like, it was like, and that's why I feel like I grew up fast, and cause I had to do things my way. And part of that is, like I say, growing up, technically only child. Like, I got brothers and sisters on my mom's side, which is, it's so weird having that dynamic be backwards. Like, you would think my dad is my mom and my mom is my dad because of the way I talk. But yeah, my mom, yeah. So like my mom's side, and that's so funny. Like about my upbringing is that it's so parallel. Like my dad's side, I was the only child. I was in the crib by myself all day. I was, my dad had he just was better off than my mom. Like he was more well off than my mom. My mom, like I don't want to say we in the trenches, but like we, you know what I mean? Like we kind of in the area where she's struggling a bit more than my dad is. Or at least with my dad, you couldn't see it, but he was struggling too. But I had siblings. Like it's literally parallel. Like my mom, like being at my dad's versus being at my mom's, literally two different spectrums and shit. So
at what point would you say you jumped off the porch?
I think immediately after I graduated.
Okay.
That's how I would say it. If it was like, if I was really, that's when I really saw the world for what it was. And I'm like, damn, my dad, right? You know what I mean? Like it was a lot of shit, like 15 years old. And cause that was, I moved out, or not moved out, but I left my dad, my dad had custody of me growing up, but I decided at 15 I didn't want to stay with him no more because me and him was just getting into it. We was arguing. That was during COVID. We was always in the house together. So remember, like, I tell you, like, he was always gone, right? He was always at work, doing whatever. We come home, we talk about football, we eat, and then he going about his business, I going about my business. Or we on the football field, he coached me. And even on the football field, like, you irritate me, bro, but like, you the coach, so I got, but being in the house 24/7, like, always having to see your face, always having to get into it with you, it's like, and I went to go stay with my mom. And that was around COVID, but I started really becoming so it would probably be better if I said 15.
Word.
15, because like I became the man of the house. Like I took on that role, and then that's when I decided, okay, I'm gonna get a job, I'm gonna start driving, or learning how to drive and all that stuff. So, but yeah, so for me, off the porch was like really becoming an adult and seeing what life is like on the side of not having your dad be, essentially the man of the house, or like the guy overseeing everything you do, like going to stay with my mom. So. And
I'm sure you learned so many things from your pops, living with him and understanding how he ran his household that you guys were in, and then took that to your mom's house, and you say you have sisters on your mom with your mom.
I'm over there bossing them around and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, buying groceries, telling who need to clean up, what chores we need to do, all that stuff. Yeah. Right.
What point did you, and you record music and starting to release it, did you actually feel like this was something that you could and should do and keep pursuing?
So I guess you're saying that. What gave me like the confidence boost almost?
Yeah, like was there a certain song that you released that just got you really good feedback or went viral or, anything like that?
Truthfully, it was last year when I dropped It's the Cash Fault.
Okay.
So I had been doing it, from 14 to, 20? That's 6 years of me not really seeing anything. A song before that I had was like I'm Not From Michigan, which was getting used in getting used in a trendy way, but that didn't really make me think I'm really, literally at this point it's 8 months ago, like August, maybe more like October-ish, is when I really started like, they like, yo, this, like, people are saying like, yo, this is hard, this is like, it's getting added to playlists, I'm seeing streams go up, and I'm like, oh, like, and I knew, I had made the song years prior, so I knew the song was good, because I would show my friends songs, like, or I would send people stuff, but that validation of like, people you don't even know saying, yo, this is so hard, this is tough, this is like, seeing streams go up, seeing videos go viral, like that really did it for me, I feel like. So yeah, It's the Cash Fault was definitely that song.
And It's the Cash Fault has over 4 million streams on it,
Yeah.
and been going up on TikTok and all of that. How has the last 8 months of your life changed since that song has gone in the upward trajectory that has been going there, than the prior years of you building everything up?
I would say, how has it changed? So it's so funny because like now I spend my days just trying to figure out how to market myself, planning ahead, thinking of what I'm gonna do next. Before it was just like, all right, this is what I'm doing now, and it's about to happen 2 weeks later. Now I'm thinking about, okay, what am I gonna do in 3 months, right? I'm planning a album rollout. I'm planning marketing strategies. I'm on the phone. It feels serious. It doesn't feel like a hobby anymore. It feels like a job. And it allows me to not have to work 12-hour shifts no more. It allows me to really just dedicate 100% of my time to it, which is like really all I ever wanted. Like now I can really pay my rent with what I'm doing, right? So I can now, I don't need to go get on my hands and knees and do any, like, I can, that sounded crazy.
Pause, yeah.
Pause. But like, I mean, that's what I do, like scrubbing stuff, cleaning up.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like lifting heavy shit, like I don't have to worry about shit like that no more.
No factory jobs for Quantrell?
Yeah.
Quantrell, like.
Yeah, we done with that now. So.
Yeah,
I would just say like, just now, like, music is my commitment now. Like that's my full-time thing. It's not just something I'm doing. I'm not a wannabe, right? I'm in a position where like I'm really making things happen and I'm seeing results, and like even if it's small for me, it would be huge for somebody else. And like, that's what I'm learning to appreciate. The further I go, I'm learning to appreciate, like, damn, at one point for years you was here. You know what I mean? Like you was, and now you finally seeing something. You just like, okay, you might not be, here yet, but you getting there. Yeah. And at one point you wasn't. So it's like, yeah. But I'm the same person, lifestyle, so it ain't that much of a difference. But now I just don't have to show up to work and waste 12 hours of my day to, hopefully get a check that looks good.
Yeah. Now you're able to pursue your dream, and you're doing it on if you want to call it a professional level now. Yeah. Like you really doing it. It's not a hobby anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. So the song, It's the Cash Fault, you got a remix to it with One Up T.
Yeah.
From Detroit.
Yeah. So I originally, when the song first came out, I remember when I hit him up, it was about at 20,000, right? And I'm like, I really feel like he would sound good on this. And it's a short song. Like the original version is so short. So I'm like, okay, I could add, and it's no hook on it or nothing. I'm like, I could add somebody. So I remember hitting One Up T up. I remember hitting up an artist named Nassan. I remember hitting up BFB Pac-Man. I hit up a couple people that I hit up Lil Dill's management at the time, and I'm like, damn, like somebody gonna respond. That's what I thought. I just was putting up shots. I'm like, this song is doing so much well. Like I didn't think it was gonna do this well. I'm like, I gotta get somebody on this, remix it, and now like be like that'll really get my foot in the door. And T hit me back, and I remember we didn't talk about it much, but he asked what my budget was, and I think we just lost touch, but the song kept doing its thing. And then what actually happened was we ended up getting connected through a mutual, and I was like, yo, like he would sound dope on this, like we should send him a open for it. And and then he ended up hopping on it. We shot the video in Detroit. That was a great experience too. I'd never been anywhere up there. Like first time going to Detroit.
Word.
First time going to New York. I've been in Atlanta a couple times, but it's just traveling I've been doing is like, it's a great experience also. So
yeah, no, for sure. And so other ways that the song has even changed your life has been now it's got you moving around and connecting the dots with certain people and all of that.
Exactly. Yeah.
I saw on your social media too that you were moving around with Johnny Shipes, or you was connecting with Shipes. He's good people's, no pun intended. You know what I'm saying? He's got the label GoodTalk. But what's your relationship like with Shipes, and what's that like?
Shipes was actually like one of the first, I think maybe literally the first A&R to reach out to me, because it was at one point where like I don't know where people were necessarily finding, but like everybody was reaching out from like all like different places and like asking to get on calls, and I'm like, but he was like the first one. Like he kind of opened my eyes to what was going on, and which is so weird that like I don't know how he caught on so fast, but it was like, and even the song he was listening to or that he told me about wasn't even It's the Cash File. Like, I'm pretty sure he found It's the Cash File, but it was one of the, it was a different song on that project, on that EP that he was listening to. And we ended up getting on a call. He told me he was interested in managing me or like helping me any way that he could. And yeah, we ended up getting on a call. He basically explained how like this works. And he literally he literally like predicted what was about to happen. So he was like, yeah, so like as you keep growing and as your music keeps, you're gonna get in the algorithm, you're gonna this, you're gonna that, you're gonna have A&Rs hitting you, they're gonna tell you this, they're gonna tell you that. And at the time I'm like, I mean, that sounds cool, but like I said, none of this had happened yet. We had that call, he told me that he'd be interested in bringing me up, having a meeting with me. Got out that call, and exactly what he said happened. I'm having A&Rs hit me from here, A&Rs hit me from there. And just a lot of business talks, and I ended up just being overwhelmed by it. And I just, but I always kind of thought back to me and his conversation, because it didn't feel like he was trying to sell me on anything. It felt like he actually like gave a fuck. You know what I mean? Like he actually cared, and like he actually saw something. Everybody else is just like, oh, we see your videos doing well, or we see this, we see that, and let's reach out and try to get them signed to like the lowest deal we could possibly do, right? And looking back on some of the offers I got, it's like, but yeah. And then we just always stayed in touch. Like he always stayed in touch with me. He would check up on me. He would ask how stuff was going. And yeah, I mean, and he's the one who put together the One Up T situation.
Oh, okay,
and, like how we ended up doing the song. He's been helping me with a lot of stuff for it. He's been showing love. And yeah.
Yeah, Shipes keep his ear to the streets, man. He's somebody who, for years, has always kept his ear to the streets. Always had his ways of, finding dope talent, and somebody who is about artist development and actually, helping artists to grow, and not just trying to find something that's hot on TikTok and just, like just. Try to just capitalize off of that, but actually, finding like those needles in the haystack and then being.
He got a passion for developing artists for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, that's what's up, man. I know you said that other labels, distribution companies, were reaching out to you. Before you were getting that type of motion and having people reach out to you, what was your outlook on signing with a label or getting into a situation? Was that a goal of yours, or what was your thoughts on that?
From my understanding, I hear like, or at least growing up, I hear how evil they say the industry is, and I get it. It's like, but someone like me not having doing everything so solo and in my own bubble, I never had no real support. Like I didn't have nobody like with a label. It's like they give you this, it's like it's just certain things that they handle that you could never get done on your own, right? They make investments in you, they support you in ways that like your best friend can't, You know what I mean?
Right.
And even me, like I didn't have no connections in the industry. Like in South Carolina, there's not much to really connect with. And like I said, I'm at home making all my music and just sending out videos and content, hoping it does well. So I think I was never against being involved with any label or signing anywhere. I just knew that once I got in it, once I got my foot in the door, once I started getting seen, that it's up to me. You know what I mean? And like what I look at, like how intelligent I am, like looking at contracts and like making sure, you know, certain stuff says certain stuff, and like it's just like you just can't that's why I ended up signing with GoodTalk.
Okay.
With Shipes, because even the paper is the paper, right? What the contract says is what the contract says. But there's a human, right, that you're in business with, right? And that's what you gotta see. So like making music is a passion. You should love it. You should do it because you enjoy it, right? But there's a contract that comes with it. There's a business side to it, and there's also a personal, right? I felt like me and Shipes had a relationship to where I didn't have a relationship with anybody else I was talking to.
Yeah.
So Shipes could have offered me $10, right? But because everybody could have offered me $10, right? And I would have took Shipes $10 because like I trusted him, right? And I felt like, you know, and I mean, a lot of people may look at that and be like, oh, that's naive and but I mean, I had conversations with so many other people that like I saw it, right? I could feel it. Like I felt like I was making the right decision. And I think that's all that matters, is that you make the right decision for you, not like go based off what somebody else tell you or somebody else think.
Right.
Whatever you feel like the right decision for you and your gut is what you should go with. So
absolutely.
Some people say, oh, I'd rather stay independent, have ownership, and which I still, you know, I still got ownership and shit like that. But I'm just saying, like, there's people who care more about this and there's people who care more about this.
Yeah.
Me, I care about what I care about. So I make the decision that I make. And yeah, I think, that's the most important part, just making the best decision for you.
No, for sure. And having a team that's like-minded and who even has a track record of helping to build and develop artists and make them successful is so important. And like you said, like that personal, that relationship, and then, you know, the paperwork, making sure that, you know, the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, everything's on point, and then you can have a great business relationship.
You can't just be so quick to put pen to paper, because that's another thing. Like I got sent a lot of deals, right? And I didn't just see a deal and see life-changing money, right? And then just go, you know, boom. I thought about what it was that I wanted. I also allowed myself to build more leverage, and you know, I took the meetings, right? I took the calls, and like I said, I ultimately decided, like, okay, this is what I feel like is the best situation for me. Yeah. And the more and more I get into it, the more I feel like I did the right thing, and that's, like I say, that's the problem. Some people don't realize they fucked up before it's too late. Yeah. So I mean, maybe I did fuck up, right? But I felt like I made the right decision.
No,
so
for sure.
You know, there's light at the end of every tunnel I've walked into. So, you know. No,
for sure. And you have to walk into every situation that you go into being optimistic, but then at the same time, if on the back end it doesn't go as, you know, you originally wished it would have gone, then you have to just use that as a lesson to move forward. You know, I mean, the only way that you grow is with experience. And, you know, we always hope that these experiences are good. We pray that they're good, but, you know what I mean? Like, whether good and or bad, you have to learn from them, take something from them, and use that to then move forward. So
yeah, that's life as a whole for sure.
Yeah. And they say study long, study wrong. So it's like at some point you have to make a move and keep it moving forward. So that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Wishing you well through that and everything. And like I said, you know, Shipes is somebody who's really dope at developing artists and has vision. So, you know, I'm confident that it'll be good for you, man.
Appreciate that.
Now your project, It's the Cast Fault. Listening to it, there was like a distinct sound with the project. Was that by design?
So the funny thing about It's the Cash Falls project, to answer your question, yes. I knew how I wanted it to sound, but all it really was supposed to be was an 8-song EP that boosted up one song. So the song, it's called It's the Cash Fall. The first song is It's the Cash Fall. Everything you listen to after is just, well, I hope you enjoy this too. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then from there, it was like, let's just keep dropping, let's just keep going, let's just keep, and everything that happened surrounding it was not what I expected at all. I thought even I dropped a song after that project called iCarly, right? Because I was just gonna keep dropping. I dropped another song, Marshawn Lynch. During that time, It's the Cash Fall is still trending. I'm like, oh man, and it's not stopping. I'm like, oh, I really got something here. And then that's when all the people started reaching out. But the whole point was just to in my mind, it was an extension of one song. So it was just one song and then 8 other songs. And what I learned from that is going into every project is to stick with that. To you make, all right, you have this song, right? How do you build on it as you go down the track list, right? How do you not, oversaturate? How do you give something that people can listen to all the way through? And that's just been my goal with everything. And like I said, it was one song, one little short song that was really good. Okay, let me listen to the next song. Yeah. Oh, that was good too. Let me listen to the next one. So, yeah, I would say it wasn't necessarily on purpose, but looking back on it, I did do the right thing. I put it together the right way, I would say.
Yeah,
so,
for sure. And one thing that I got from it is I understand that Quantrell is not messing with no broke women.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Now, the biggest conversation on social media are the men versus women wars, what men should do in relationships, what women should do, et cetera, et cetera. So, it's looked at as if the man, as the provider, is supposed to just, spend, and a woman is just supposed to accept. But I feel the same way. I don't want to mess with in the sense of what you're saying in the music. I don't want to mess with no broke chick. I don't want to deal with no woman that's overly needy, of me to provide everything. You know what I mean? But can you speak to that and just
I would say the reason I feel that way is because I've made a lot of mistakes in my dating life. So I've chosen to deal with women that I shouldn't have dealt with, and I've just things like that. So I would say it's less about not being a provider and more about understanding that this woman doesn't need you, right? Her having you around, you can feel secure knowing that I opened the door for you, not because you needed me to open the door for you, you got hands, right? But, I paid for your food, not because I didn't have no choice, right? I bought you this, not because you couldn't afford it, right? All of this stuff is it's really more of a mindset. It's and being broke, and truthfully, being broke is a mindset. Being poor is you poor. Yep. You ain't much you can do to get out of that. Yep. But being broke is I say, I don't get paid till next Friday, I'm broke. You know what I mean? I'm not poor, I'm broke. And I think dealing with a woman who has no money or claims to have no money or says she can't do this or is asking you for this, asking you for that, instead of you being a man and being I want to do this for you, right? I want to buy you this. I want to take you here, right? And just dealing with any woman with that level of or just people in general with a broke mindset is just not good to be around, especially, at least for someone like me. I don't like being around broke people. If you poor, let's figure out how to get you up out of that. But broke, that's just not okay. It's never okay.
Nah, for sure. And then something that I learned from my therapist was people can have a lack mindset, meaning that if you're only focused on money or what you don't have or how what you don't have is affecting you and you make it affect your life in a bigger way, then you can have a lack mindset, and that could be something that could be detrimental. So, you don't want people with a lacking mindset around you. You want people who are thinking positive, who are thinking in a flourishing, way. You know what I mean?
Because I would say even when I had no money, I wasn't broke.
Right.
I was going places.
Yeah.
Even when I had a very good paying job. I was getting paid. I was getting paid, right? But
Yes,
I had 2 jobs at one point. But sometimes I still only had X amount of dollars in my account, not because I was broke, but because I was working towards something. So I just didn't, but I wasn't going. If I wanted something, I was gonna go get it, right? I was gonna go pay for it. I was gonna spend it. I wasn't going. I'm broke. I can't do it.
Yeah.
And it's also just about understanding where you at. And not trying to overachieve or overdo it. Like there's a term, you got stay down till you come up, and you got fake it till you make it, right? You could do both, really. At the end of the day, you could do both, but you gotta draw the line somewhere. You know what I mean? You gotta you don't want to stay down in the sense of from a mindset standpoint, right? You want to stay down as okay, I might gotta eat noodles this week, but next week I'm getting whoop, 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 right? And fake it till you make it is especially in today's internet, it's whatever people see is what they're gonna believe, right? I can tell you anything. I do that a lot with my content. I put a little caption in there, make you think something that's going on that's not going on. Music videos, it's just a music video, right? But the caption might have made you believe whatever this situation is going on. Or even with clip culture, people are clipping stuff and putting captions on it that somebody never even said or never did, but it gets you somewhere. It gets people talking. You know what I mean? It gets eyes on you. So, just knowing how to bring those two together without swaying too far to one. I feel like that's how I feel like I got where I was at, is by doing both.
Kyle Kuzma posted your music recently.
Yeah.
Now, how does that feel when your music is traveling to where NBA players are starting to post it and people are really starting to recognize you?
I feel like with Kyle Kuzma, I feel like he chose the wrong song. I'm not gonna lie. I looked at the post and not even the wrong song, just the wrong part of the song. It was funny though, but it's crazy how the song, I'm looking at it now, how much boost of it, how much of a boost it got just off that. And just off him showing the teeniest bit of love. He even DM'd me and told me he's yo, this is hard. And I didn't know what he was specifically talking about. He just told me, he said something was hard. He's this is tough. And then in the next couple of hours, I seen Underrated Freestyle under his post, and people tagged me, so I think somebody sent it to me. I don't remember. No, he followed me, we followed each other, right? And then I seen the post on my feed when I opened Instagram, and I'm like, why did he choose? Why did you choose this? You could have put anything on here. You put this one. I'm like, man, but it's still a blessing though. I appreciate it, and I appreciate him showing that love. But that was an interesting song choice, especially for a basketball video. But I've had a couple people use this to cash fault.
Right.
They weren't at Kuzma's level, but just that getting that recognition is always beneficial. It's always good to know. I would hope he got something playing in the locker room, and they yo, who is this? So I say, everything is about getting your foot in the door.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. The more people know you, because what I said, I literally talked about this earlier today, but streams are one thing, right? So it's people are, recognition is another. So all right, I can recoup money, right, through streams, but can I fill up a room? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think more and more that keeps happening, stuff like Kuz posting me or me being around this person or whatever. And I'm not the type of person who wants to make stuff like that happen unorganically, right? But the more and more that happens, the more and more I get recognition, the more and more people, you might have heard Underrated Freestyle because he posted it, but now you see a full catalog of really good music. And so I would just say it's really important that I get my name out there through stuff like that, and I really appreciate him for that. That was real as hell.
No, for sure. And to your point of, streams versus can you fill up a room, that's something that's so important for new artists to understand, and that's why I also feel like, vanity stats or analytics, aren't as important as, hey, like bruh just did a show and he just filled a 300 person room, a 500 person room, it was sold out, and and people know the words, versus oh, this person got X amount of listeners on Spotify or this or that, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people who have a lot of streams, but don't have the impact to be able to even get booked for shows or any of that.
Yeah.
So important.
And that's a big thing I'm working towards now, is like, cause I literally just stepped on the scene, but I just happened to make a really good song because I've been doing it for so long. Like I'm not 2 years into this. I'm coming from South Carolina. It's hard, coming out of there. It's not, there's no real, that just not like, it's not people taking music seriously out there.
Yeah.
And even if they are, they scattered, right? They in random places. So for me, it was like finally getting my foot in the door. It's like, it's gonna take some time. And then even like a lot of like, I was very secluded. Like I didn't have big groups of friends like that. I had the football team, but like I say, them niggas was the type of niggas to clown you for what you was doing. So I just kept at it. But I think finally are getting to a point where, like I said, getting that recognition right now is very important for me, versus the music is already good. It's gonna get streamed. People gonna listen, right? Yeah. But who is it sticking with? You know what I mean? Where is it? Because you're gonna go listen to a song today, in the car, right? And you have no idea who this artist is. You don't follow them on Instagram. Just, this was a really good song. I like this song, and then you're gonna go to the next song. But you're not thinking like, oh, let me buy a ticket to their show, or because you just like a song. Yeah. So I think getting to a point, at least for me, to blend the two, make those two come together. And I mean, for anybody, it's like that. But I think I got that side of the success first. Right. So now it's just about building that other side up. So yeah.
Yeah, because you've built this audience and have gained all this attention from It's the Cash's Fault. And now the goal is to build a loyal fan base to not only like that song, but to like you as a brand, and to like your other music that you have released and will be releasing coming up. Is there ever any pressure to make another song on the level of or similar vibration of It's the Cash's Talk, when that has brought you the success so far?
Honestly, sometimes, right? And like, if I'm being honest and like coming from a vulnerable spot, it's like I do want to do that again. You know what I mean? Like I want that to happen again.
Want that
like
moment again.
Yeah, like I want another moment, right? But you can't force that to happen, right? And at the end of the day, I care more about putting out a good body of work. And for when I say, all right, I'm done with this music shit, not done with it, but you know what I mean? I want y'all to look back on what I did and say, yo, this dude was, you know what I mean? Like he was the guy, right? Not because he was famous, right? Not because he this and that, not because of any of the outside stuff, but like I personally care more about how did the music sound, right? And that's why I pride myself on making sure that I'm putting out quality music. Like I don't want to put out no bullshit. So yeah, I feel like I do feel that pressure, but at the same time, it's just gonna come, right? I like pause, but it's just gonna come. It's the Cash's Fault just happened, right? It wasn't nothing I didn't do anything. I literally made the song. I mean, I made the song forever ago. I made the song. I said, you know what, this is a good song. I'm gonna finally drop it. Put it out with a little, and then it just ended up doing well. Like, so I don't feel the pressure or I feel the pressure because I want to do it again. I'm anxious about it, right? But I don't feel it as far as like, if it never happens again, I know I make great music. I know some people listen to it, people enjoy it. And honestly, like that's genuinely like enough for me. And like just being able to make money doing something that I love is like, that's enough for me. So, you know. So.
Your music is also storytelling. You know, are lyrical and using punchlines, double entendres, things like that. How important is it for you to, like just have the word play and be making music the way that you're making it?
I think the main thing is like I really want to be the best, right? So I am really trying like to say something you've never heard before. I want you to listen to my song and I want you to make a face like damn, or that was hard, or like I want you to like all the antics and the stuff outside of it, like I don't care for it. Like I am trying to like rap my ass off. Like, you know what I mean? Like I want you to hear this song and be like, this nigga is rapping, like, and so whenever, especially in my process, like when I'm creating it, like a lot of times I'm not even thinking about, like some stuff would just come to me, right? And like I'm like, oh, that would be hard, and I say it, and I'm like, as I'm making a song, I'm not really thinking, but I listen to the whole thing back, and I say, damn, what did I just say? And that same reaction I want you to have when you listen to it, like, damn, what did he just say? Let me play it back, right? Damn, hold on, he said, nah, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that's the reaction I want people to have to my music. And I think just genuinely just being creative and like coming up with stuff that like you haven't heard yourself. And like I said, I think it just comes, like it just happens. Yeah. So.
No, that's what's up, man.
It is very important to me though, because I want to be considered one of the better ones at coming up with stuff like that and doing that. So. Yeah.
Your song "Good Credit." I rock with that one.
Yeah, that's a sleeper for real. A lot of people don't know about that one.
So, that one's dope. Yes Ma'am, the last joint on the project.
Yeah, that's my favorite song.
Okay, word.
Yeah, that's literally my favorite song. That one and the one I just dropped recently. Or really, honestly, everything that's coming out like as singles.
Yeah.
But like, so Yes Ma'am and like every song that's coming out up to this point that's not out yet, they coming though. But like these next singles that I'm dropping before the project are like my favorite batch of songs. But Yes Ma'am is like, that's up there for me. Like, I feel like I personally put people on to that one. You know. What
was your mindset when you made Yes Ma'am?
I was trying to make something catchy. I honestly don't. It's funny. I don't even remember making it. Like, I forgot. I really don't know when I made it. But I know when I was doing it, whatever mindset I was in, I was trying to be catchy. Like I'm like, no, and then the Yes Ma'am part, what did I say? She got all that ass, goddamn, throw that ass back on me, go ham. Yes ma'am. Yeah, so like, I just kept that. I'm like, damn, like, what if I just say that over and over again?
Yeah.
And that part's catchy, right? But like, when you get into the verse, I'm really wigging in the verse too. Like, I cut a bitch off quick like a guillotine. Like, I'm saying some really hard shit, and like, it's just catchy. I think it's the type of song that you could play anywhere. Yeah. Like, you could put it on the aux, you can play it in the club. You can get some girls to listen to it, like all types of stuff. And I think it's one of those songs. And like for me, like if it weren't It's the Cash Fault, like if I had to remove everything from my, I would keep Yes Ma'am. I love Yes Ma'am, to be real.
Yeah. So, yeah. No, it definitely ends the project dope. It's a dope one. Through your experiences thus far, what do you feel like is one of the biggest life lessons that you've learned?
Just to never stop working towards your goal, no matter how discouraged you feel. Cause so there was a point where I don't want to say I gave up on music, but remember when I told you about with football, how I felt like, damn, like this might not be for me. Let me figure out something else. My number one goal in life is to be able to take care of a family one day. Have a wife, kids, all that stuff. And my thought was always, how do I give them the best possible lifestyle, but still do something that I enjoy doing, right? And I think I got really, I didn't lose confidence, but I just, like, I knew I had it, right? I knew I was good enough, right? And I knew the music was there, but I just didn't know. I'm like, mate, this might just not be for me. Like it might be something else. At one point I used to make content. Like I used to make like funny videos, get millions of views. Like everything else was like, I was like, damn, like I could figure out, but this music thing, it's like, I'm really, this music thing, I'm having trouble getting into it. And I don't want to say I gave up, but I stopped pushing it so hard. I stopped putting my money into it. I stopped a lot, like just coming up, planning drops. And what was that? I think that was beginning of 2025. And what year? Yeah, so yeah, beginning of 2025. And around April, or during that time, I was dating this girl, and we ended up kind of starting to have issues and stuff. But I looked at her like I could start a family. Where I'm 20 years old, thinking about, because I'm trying to skip. I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Music might not work out the way I want it to. I'm gonna just, I like, that's my end goal, being a family man. So I was just gonna skip to that at 20 years old, right? And me and her started having issues, and I was like, you know what, let me get back into it, right? But like, let me do it a different way this time. Let me come up with a plan to rebrand myself, to try to figure out how I can get myself out there more. Made a new TikTok page, changed my rap name, and then I just started putting out music again, and then that's when I put out It's the Cash Fault. And even when I first dropped it, it wasn't like it didn't get 1 million streams in a day, right? It was a grind, it was a process. It went from 20K, or no, it went from like 2,000 to 4,000 to 20,000 to 100,000, and it kept going. And it made me realize, like, you almost gave up on yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You almost gave up on this dream that you had since you was young. And that really, what I learned from that is like I say, like, I can do whatever I want to do, right? And it's a process. It takes time. It's not gonna happen overnight. And just learning how to trust the process, trust myself, go with my gut. It's a lot of things. Like I learned so much, like in the past year, I feel like, about myself, about life, like all types of things. And I think it's not even just music stuff, it's just in general. But you truthfully, like, I think anyone who puts their mind to it, you could be literally anything you want to be in this life. Not literally anything, but like you can't be a dog, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you can achieve whatever goal you set for yourself. And I lost that for a while. And I learned that I had what it takes, right? Because at one point I'm like, damn, like it just might not be in the cards for me. But just not giving up on myself, all types of things, But I learned a lot. Yeah.
Nah, that's what's up, man. What else you working on, bro? What else you got coming up that you excited about, that you can speak on?
So my project, which I don't know when this is, but I don't give a fuck. So my project is coming out around summertime. It's called Money Changed Me.
Okay.
I'm currently working on a rollout. The music has been done for months at this point. I'm so like ready for it to come out. Like, I'm excited for it. Just working on visuals and just figuring out how we can get people to care. But yeah, that's what's coming. So Money Changed Me. I won't say the date yet, but I will. Yeah, that's the name of the project, Money Changed Me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any features you can speak on? Any producers you working with that you can speak on?
No, I can't speak on that yet. No. But yeah, it's I'm open to it though. I'm open to working with. I wasn't before, but now I'm open to working with artists, open to working with producers.
Yeah.
Or just people in general, meeting new people. That's something I've had trouble with because, like I said, I'm so in my own bubble.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm starting to branch out, do more things, work with more people. So yeah.
I meant to ask you earlier, are you producing your music too?
No, that's something I'm actually learning now because
Okay.
One of my friends is a producer, and I actually helped him make a beat. So like I figured out a melody, and that's one thing I do all the time. I hum melodies, and I like all types of things. Like, so it's like I definitely want to, and then also having the producer's tax, yo.
Yeah.
And like at the end of the day, like you just want to make the music and put it out. But like I say, there's a business side to it. So yeah, and like yeah, Yeah, it's so much that goes into the process of getting a song out that I did not know until I really started getting involved in it's legal stuff, lawyers, managers, egos, so I definitely will get into produce. By next year, I think I'll probably be, I don't want to say producing my whole songs, but I'm gonna definitely be getting into it. But I don't currently though. Yeah.
Okay, word. No, I can dig it. You got any shout outs that you want to give?
No. It's all about me. It's all man, shout out to GoodTalk. They gave me a really big opportunity, and they're doing a lot for me so far. And shout out to GoodTalk. Shout out to Shipes, my manager, Ryan. We got a lot of big shit coming, and I'm really excited, really ambitious, really anxious and ambitious to make it all happen. And it's I wouldn't be able to do a lot of shit that I'm doing without having that team behind me. So yeah.
Quantrell, appreciate you pulling up, jumping off the porch with us, bro.
Let's stand out, she ain't want me, now we fuck on camera, guess it panned out. They ain't help me back when I was struggling, now they hands out. They was talking crazy, now they quiet, what they saying